about that? You're going to find out tonight. How about a game system battle? That's right. And we're going to revisit Star Wars Episode 8 with some, I don't know, some facts. 100%. All right, here we go.
According to Wikipedia, a nerd is a person seen as overly intellectual, obsessive, introverted, or lacking social skills. Many so-called nerds are described as being shy, quirky, pedantic, and unattractive. We're here to prove Wikipedia right.
Oh, look who they let in.
This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. If it's fantasy, sci-fi, gaming, movies, interviews, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, and here's your host, Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike.
Welcome to Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Episode number 502. No Magic Mike. Just old intro, Game God. Just an old intro.
I'm just wondering. I'm gonna count. I'm gonna start marking on the calendar how long it takes before the intro changes.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to. Are you?
It's easier. It's easier now to change an intro than it was 15 years ago when we first started this.
That's true, but is it time for a new intro altogether? Is it time that we get one?
Yeah, why not? I'd say let's do it. Let's do it. All you gotta do is plug that bad boy into AI. Go ahead and hit a little bit.
You want to do an AI intro? Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
I tell you what, I'll try an AI intro. You tell me how well it is, okay?
Yeah. Oh, listen, I know that AI stuff is good now. Get a good AI intro. Tell it I want that in the form of country music. And then,
no. We don't need a country music intro.
Yes,
Come on.
yes. You know what? We do a different intro every week. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do a country one day. We do folk songs another day.
We'll have 10 different intros and we'll just play them randomly.
That's it. Yeah. You just never know which one you're gonna get. Just like you tune in just to hear the intro.
Well, that's it. Welcome everybody to Podcast for Sci-Fi. We're gonna break down some fun stuff to talk about tonight. Not a whole lot happening in the world of entertainment as far as movies per se. I mean, we have the Super Bowl coming up, which will have a couple of trailers there. Nothing really, no hero trailers though, right?
No.
Yeah.
Does that mean they're bold? They feel like we don't need to get one out there, or do they not really have anything?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I mean, I guess is the Mandalorian a hero?
It's so no superhero movie.
Oh, so superhero. Okay.
Superhero.
I'm just curious,
Well, I don't think Mando's a hero.
I don't think so either. Is he?
I think he's a hero. I think he's just a cool guy.
Is he?
A cool guy.
Well, what else would he be? What's like?
He's a protagonist.
Is he? I'm just like Wolverine. Is he a hero?
Wolverine's a hero.
Is he really?
Yeah, Wolverine's a hero. Listen, he's saved many of people, and listen, he'll save Jean Grey in a heartbeat.
But he's also killed many people.
They got in their way.
All right.
I mean, it's as simple as that. Do you cross him? Do you not?
All right.
It's funny when you mention Wolverine. The first scene that comes to my head, not a Wolverine scene because he was in it, was the scene in Deadpool Wolverine when he says he's gonna say it. He says, "There it goes." What? Then he says, "Flame out."
Yeah.
For some reason, when you said that, that's the scene I just saw all happen in my head just now.
Yeah.
By the way, I
Avengers.
need to go watch that.
Assemble. No,
I
he was.
need to go watch it again.
He's gonna go flame on.
Yeah. I think that I want to see that again. I told you off air. I told you when I go to bed, I used to watch Back to the Future all the time. We all know that's not a surprise.
Right.
But Back to the Future you can't find on any streaming sites now no more. It's like they take it off for the next 2 months. It'll come back somehow.
It's in the vault. It's in the Disney vault.
Yep, it's in the vault. It'll come back. It'll come back at just regular standard definition. Then they'll come back at hi-fi.
Right.
High def. Anyway, so what I watch now, Infinity Hi-Fi. Yeah, I was waiting to see if you catch that.
Oh man.
Hi-Fi 5. Infinity War. I watch that every night now. I tell you, children of Thanos, hear me
and rejoice.
and then the fight scene with Thanos and the Hulk. No, let him have his fun.
Yeah.
like all that stuff.
That's great.
You'll never be a god.
That was a great movie. It was a great movie.
The best one. The best one out of all the Infinity movies. Yes, the best one. Better than Endgame. Better than Endgame.
Yeah, it was great. It really was. It was great. Yeah, well, that's cool. Hey, listen, speaking of Endgame, Mark Ruffalo could be at the end of his game. We've seen some stuff. We talk about, Mark being no longer being the Hulk. And, will he be in Doomsday? Won't he be in Doomsday? I'm not sure.
I read they're doing reshoots.
Oh, really?
I did read. Now it is coming from a 50-50 source, right?
Yeah.
But I did read, they did give it to me that they're in the process of doing reshoots for his scene. I don't know if that's true or not. You would think it would have bigger news.
I guess the Hulk's going to be in Spider-Man: A Brand New Day.
Is he? Oh, thanks. Spoiler alert. Didn't know that was happening.
Well, I didn't know if you knew. Okay, well, spoiler alert. Sound the alarm.
Which button is that?
There was some rumors that he was going to be, that Disney fired him, and I guess he addressed those rumors recently. He was, and I say recently as of just a few hours ago.
That's real hot off the press.
Where they'd ask, hey, is this true? Did Disney fire you? By the way, Disney hired a new CEO. I don't know anything about the CEO, but that's also news today. But anyway, yeah, he said, hey, are you, someone asked him, is it true you've been fired? And he says, not that I know of. And then he said, people keep going like, did you get fired? Not that I know of. And then so he kind of.
What does that mean? Not that I know of. That's not really saying yes or no, right? That's kind of like saying, hey, when they pull you, is there anything I need to know about? Not that I know of.
Not that I know of. That means there is something. I just don't know if it's what you're gonna say.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, so that's like a cop out kind of response.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he is or not. I mean, there was, like I said, there were some rumors that he wouldn't be playing the Hulk or whatever. But and of course, there's also rumors, I guess, that let's see if I can find it real fast here. There it is. He says, yeah, I'd love to do a solo Hulk movie. I don't know if you know the story of that, but it's not really owned by Marvel. It's a Universal property. I don't know if it'll ever really come, to be honest. Now, this is Mark Ruffalo saying this. Now,
who doesn't know that, by the way?
Well, no, that's not true, though, Game God. It's not true. It is owned by Marvel. So I'm not sure what he's talking about. It being
is he talking movie rights, or is he talking
Universal Pictures had the rights to produce the live action Hulk projects?
Correct.
But that was way back when. That's not. I don't think that's anymore.
As a matter of fact, you're absolutely right, Moose, because Universal Studio has still Marvel there, but it's only because they have a negotiated deal to have it. It is Marvel property is Disney property.
Exactly, it's Disney, right?
Yeah,
it's just kind of silly. I always wonder why, when that contract expires with like Universal, like if you go to like the Universal Studios, and they have all that Marvel scene there. I just wonder when that'll stop. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if I was Universal,
they have the
Spider-Man, the
Storm ride, the Spider-Man ride, yeah.
The Hulk ride, the Hulk roller coaster, So
yeah,
I'll tell you what, I'd pay whatever Disney asks me that I can keep that part of the park. It's probably one of the best sections of the park.
They better keep it. They just they need to increase their merchandise in that section, though. It's a little weak.
I think and they need to redo like Spider-Man ride. They need to put that in 4K. It's still running off of tube TVs. Like they gotta do something there. But I want to ask you, Moose, do you think it would ruin the Hulk on the MCU if they recasted it?
You know what they should do? What was the guy's name? Not Ed Norton, but Eric Bana. They should bring Eric Bana back as the Hulk and redo him and put him back as the Hulk.
Yeah, but can they? Do you think the fans will accept it?
Well, I mean, they're going to.
How would you spin the story?
Listen, it's a different universe because he's already been the Hulk. Eric Bana's already been the Hulk.
Yeah, you're right. And they're going and what they're doing now with Doomsday and
I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom. I mean, so
no, he's not. He's Iron Man.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
He says it all the time. I am Iron Man.
We're gonna see how well he does. And by the way, Chris Evans is Johnny Storm and Captain America, so it's okay.
That's all flame on. Hey, are you gonna judge RDJ's performance as Doctor Doom and compare it to Iron Man, or are you gonna judge it
Yes.
for what it is?
No, I'll compare it to Iron Man.
Yeah, and then you
I'm being honest. Being honest.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's my prediction: before the movie is even out, before we even seen anything of RDJ and Doctor Doom, he could probably be the best Doctor Doom ever. Right?
Right.
You Moose is gonna walk out the theaters and say that wasn't that good. He should be Iron Man.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, and I know you like Doctor Doom. You are a Doctor Doom. You are Doctor Doom. I am Doom. You know, you're an advocate for Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
But you're gonna leave the theater and you're gonna say, movie was good, but I'm not. I mean, RDJ should stay as Iron Man.
They should have cast me as Doctor Doom. Let's
you see what I mean? Like, see, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
All right.
You're gonna like everything of the movie. You're gonna be like, Doctor Doom wasn't that good.
Yeah. See? Well, as long as I compare him to me, I think that's a fair comparison.
Well, you know, they barely pulled Thor off. I just want you to know that it was close.
You're right. They really did.
Close.
They
gave you a chance when he became Fat Thor.
Yeah. Well, I would have let my hair grow, and I would have been fine. I got the rest.
So long hair Thor or short hair Thor? Which is the better Thor?
Long hair Thor is always better. Give me a break.
Okay. Give me a break.
Long hair Thor. As a matter of fact, give me either long hair Thor with no beard or beard, doesn't matter.
Okay.
But long hair Thor is better.
Yeah, so not the one with the fade. Not the
Put the wig on. Hey, speaking of wigs,
push it back.
Speaking of wigs, there was some boxing match where somebody got his wig pushed back. I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know if you saw that one. Did you see that?
Oh, I see all kind of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to say to that.
All right. Well, you can take a look at that one. But wigs being pushed back. I've been pushing wigs back for a long time on game systems. And you had some round robin game system. Who's going to win in the best game system? What kind of game do you have us playing tonight?
So last, if you haven't caught the last episode, by the way, we talked about controllers from Bitmap Books and everything like that. And I want to say, and when we did that, it got me thinking. I'm like, man, you took me down memory lane there and some stuff there, right? And I'm like, so what would happen if you put system versus system? And what I mean by that, and you're gonna see, I have systems here going back from PC, PS1, and up until now, PS5, right? And they've got a ranking system. We're not gonna get into how they got ranked. They got into a bracket, right? And I'm gonna call out brackets, and you're gonna tell me if they win on a one-on-one, free reign. There's not like sales or graphics or anything. Whatever, you just say what comes to mind. Who wins out of those two systems? And you tell me we're going to come out with the best system.
All right. Well, I need to know how you got the rankings. You need to know, are we using 3 6-sided dice? We rolled them.
We use it. No. We're using 20-sided dice. That's
20-sided. Okay. One time, one roll.
One roll. That's it. One roll for initiative.
The best of 4.
No, just one. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna kick us off here. Okay. So, PS1 versus a Dreamcast. Who wins there?
All right, PS1. PS1.
PS1. Okay.
I love the Dreamcast. I really do. I think it's an awesome machine, but PS1 wins.
Right. And by the way, you're going to make the decision. You're going to decide who wins.
I see that I'm the only voter here. That's awesome.
Yep. Okay. Xbox One.
Yeah.
Or an Atari.
Oof. I mean, I'm a retro guy, but I got to go to Xbox One.
Okay. Xbox One. Okay.
Yeah.
PS5 Pro. You just recently picked one up, didn't you?
Yes.
Or a PS2.
Ooh. Wow. PS2.
Ooh, I like that one.
PS2 was just that was a dream.
Okay. And then for this side of the bracket here, Xbox Series X, right?
Yeah.
What you own.
Yeah.
Or GameCube.
A Series X.
Okay. All right. All right. So we're going to flip to the other side.
Yeah. Right? Okay. All right.
N64 or the Nintendo Wii?
Ooh, 64 all day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you would have picked the Wii on that one.
No.
All right. This was a good one here. We were just talking about this. The Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah.
Or PS3.
I have no experience with the Switch, but I'm gonna have to say PS3.
Wow, really?
Yeah. It's just
okay. We're not gonna question it.
Yeah, no question.
PS4
Yeah.
or 360.
PS4 or 360. 360.
Okay, my man.
Even with all of its flaws, by the way.
It was the turning point of the modern system.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and then the last bracket here, a PC
Yeah.
or a Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
Okay, Super NES. All right, next round. All right, PS1 versus an Xbox One.
PS1 versus Xbox One. Yeah, I was a PlayStation guy. I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole with you real fast. I was a PlayStation guy until Halo, and so when I started playing Halo, I was like, I might have to pick up an Xbox. So, but I'm gonna give it to the PS1. I like the original Xbox, but I think PS1 brings it home.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah, something about playing, Resident Evil.
Parappa the Rapper.
Parappa the Rapper. Remember that? Get your own CD with that too.
That's right. Kick punch is all in the mind. All right, now PS2 or Series X.
PS2.
Oh,
yeah,
break my heart there.
It was just a really good system.
I hear you. All
had
right.
no flaws.
It really didn't. It really did. And I'm not a big Sony guy, but that's the one right there.
Yeah.
All right. Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Or a PS3.
Nintendo 64.
Over a PS3.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. PS3 was good.
You're gonna get hate mail for that.
No, PS3 was good, but I just think that N64 had.
Man, all they had was GoldenEye.
Come on. Stop playing.
All right, a 360 or a Super NES?
I don't think
you just talked about how the 360 changed everything.
Yeah, I know.
So you go with the Godfather. You go to Godfather. Yeah, you go with the Godfather systems, or you go with the guy who was brought in the new wave.
No, I don't think. Yeah, it's like you go with Michael Jordan. Or you go
I
with
knew
LeBron.
you were gonna go there. I knew you was gonna say that.
I think you go with Michael Jordan, so you gotta go with Nintendo, man.
Okay, I want you to know we're in the semifinals, the Final Four, right?
Okay,
there's not a modern system here. I just want you to know that.
It says something. I think it says something, right?
All right, so this is a great battle right here. PS1 versus a PS2.
I gotta go PS2.
Wow, you didn't even give it a second thought.
PS2 just really, it took the PS1 and it leveled up, and it was like everything you could get. I think, and if I'm not mistaken, they were backwards compatible.
PS2, yes. Yeah, I believe PS2 is backwards compatible.
So you got to take it. You got to take it.
At least the newer PS2s were. I know that.
Yeah.
And remember, they introduced the network hard drive. You had SOCOM.
Yes, SOCOM. I had my headset on.
That's right. Oh, man. It was
proximity sound. You get the old proximity. You hear the other players.
When you talk about it, yes. When you talk about it, hey, how about that original PS1 sound?
Oh, I love it. Where's my sounds at? Where's my soundboard at? Where's my sound guy? Magic Mike's not here anymore.
Oh, he's not. Hey, Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo.
All right. So the final battle. Does it surprise you?
This is no surprise.
All right. A PS2 or the Super Nintendo? Now before you answer. I
already got my answer.
Okay. So before you. Do we got the right two? Would you change anything? Do we have the right two there?
I think so.
Are those the two? All right.
Yeah.
And both of them you would consider iconic for their age. We talk about PS2, we talk about Super NES all the time. I bet you right now you probably can name up about 20 PS2 games and 20 Super Nintendo games, but you can't name 20 Xbox Series X games or 20 PS.
That's true. Absolutely.
Right.
You could probably name more than 20.
Yeah, absolutely. I can sing soundtracks from some of these games. I'll tell you right now. Oh man, don't even get me started. PS2, Super NES, who you got?
I gotta go, man. It's just because it felt like such a level up. I gotta go PS2.
No.
Yeah. It's true.
You can't do it. I'm Super NES guy. I gotta go Super NES.
It looked great. It had black and it had that blue into it. Like it was just a beautiful system. It was beautiful. You put it up there. You could play DVDs at it. Like it was just a beautiful system.
Well, you can and I hear everything you said. You talked about how level the PS1 up, backward.
And by the way, it didn't challenge your dexterity with all your little fingers, because you had. Oh wait, what is this? I gotta all these
They had
controllers,
the dual analogs, the force
dual
feedback.
analog,
Yep.
the shock, like that's just good, man.
So I hear all your arguments on it, but when I
It's
think
bulletproof. Actually, it's just bulletproof. Honest to goodness, it's bulletproof.
But so I hear everything you said. Absolutely every single little bullet point that you put there.
Yeah.
So you can say the same thing about the Super Nintendo when it came from Nintendo to Super Nintendo, the jump.
Yeah.
Right? You went from 2 buttons, you went to 6 buttons, right? You had so much technology to change, mode 7, scaling, all that stuff. The sound was different. You went from, 16-bit from 8-bit,
So listen, Game God, here's the deal. We have 2 versions of Jordan here in the championship.
That's right. That's right. You have Jordan from the Pistons when they played the Pistons, and you have Jordan.
Then we got Jordan to play the Jazz.
That's right. That's right.
Jordan to play the Jazz is the one that I'm going with. I think he
no,
wins.
man. Listen, I first of all, you can't go wrong with either Jordan. I just want you to know.
You can't go
wrong with either Jordan, right? It's just a matter of which Jordan you like better. You know what? I love that analogy because when you think about the Jordan from the Super Nintendo days, right? He didn't have much to work with. He worked with what he had, right? When you think about the Jordan that played, he had some good pieces about him. Technology grew up.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
Technology went up.
But I'm still. It doesn't change my answer. Super NES all the way, every day, any day of the week.
I think we got the two. I got two great systems there to battle off.
And
listen, we're not talking about the best graphics in the world, but we're talking about what it felt like when you played video games, and then what stories you told when you played. And I think there's more stories to be told with the older systems in those games.
Yeah,
and I think you nailed it both. You could sit there and you can name 20 plus games out of these old systems. You could hum the songs, sing the songs. You could play it right now and go, "Oh, got it. I know what it is."
You can remember where you were at when you were playing these games.
Yeah. So here's the other, you're absolutely right. And here's the other thing. You said it the best too. You could turn on the system, and when you turned on the system, you knew exactly which system it was. You turn on the Xbox right now, and I'm like, "What is that?" There's nothing iconic.
There's nothing iconic about. At least when you remember when the Xbox, was it the 360? It might have been the 360 where it had the little, and it kind of like just jumbled all together, and then it came out the X.
Yeah, was that the 360 or the first Xbox? I can't remember.
It might be the first Xbox, but yeah. All the recognizable stuff is gone, right?
Yeah,
it's very, that's why it's so easy now just to stream games.
Yeah. I agree with you.
And just as a side piece, I know that here wasn't on the docket. Nintendo Switch, the best-selling system ever. Just want you to know that's the stats. And I took a look at the Microsoft, the Xbox stuff.
Yeah,
it's so dismal. It is so bad. Like,
here. Let me see if I can play this. I don't know what it's going to sound like when we play this. You ready?
Go ahead.
Well,
here's where we get copyright strike.
Yeah, here's where they might cut us out for playing this. I don't know. I'm not sure. Here we go. Let me see. I got to get past the ad. Hold on.
Commercial. Well, that's a PlayStation. That's the one, by the way. No, that's the 2. That's the 2. Yep. And then the little end in there. Yep. Okay.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that is the 2.
You feel that. You can feel it.
Hey, and when it didn't read the disc, it just stood there at that screen.
Yeah. That was great. All right. I don't know if I have I got some other ones. Here, let's just play a couple more just because.
You got PS1?
I don't have a PS1 right here on this sound. This is a soundboard. Oh no, it is here. Here we go. Let's try it. Let's try it out. Here we go.
There you go.
Oh,
you heard the bass? You heard the bass? Right yeah, man.
Oh man, that is classic right there.
Yeah, man. That goes with EA Sports. It's in the game, right?
In the game. Yes, exactly.
Or the Konami sound.
Let's just, for fun. Here we go. Hold on.
That's the Xbox. That's the Xbox. That's what I was talking about. And then it just comes out.
Yep.
There you go.
That's Xbox. Oh, that's Xbox. Here's the 360.
Yeah, I do know that one, but it wasn't that iconic for me.
That's exactly. It's just one of those things.
Hey, is there a PS5 one?
There is not.
Yeah.
Here, let's listen to the PS3. Did I hit PS3 already?
No.
Let's see.
I do know that one. I've heard that before. Yes.
Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah, but I'm
Not
like,
nearly
I
as
heard
good
that
as
when you
the
go
kid.
to a concert, though.
Exactly. Hear that every time. I'm trying to look to see if there was any Nintendo pieces here, but no. But because you put the cartridge in,
Yeah, it was a cartridge.
So,
There was no
yeah.
loading.
So it wasn't that you didn't
Yeah.
get that.
No, you turn on
But,
the coin,
but here
the
we go.
Nintendo sign.
Let's try this one.
There you go. Right.
Anyway,
Sonic.
all right. That's all you get.
So, but yeah, man,
All right.
I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was
Hey,
pretty good to go down.
I got something else here. We talked about Star Wars last week at the 501st and all kinds of good stuff. I just want to revisit something real fast because you and I were talking offline in the green room and just talking about how Star Wars and the pitfalls of Star Wars and what can they do and all the things that they're going to cancel or they're going to redo or whatever. And we kind of dialed it back to Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, and how that kind of they had so much. They didn't have to revisit a lot of things in Episode 9 if it weren't for 8. And 8 kind of destroyed all kinds of stuff that we had good in the Star Wars universe. For example, it destroyed Kylo Ren.
Don't get me
It destroyed Kylo Ren. It destroyed the Knights of Ren, which we could have had a great thing for. It destroyed what else? What else did we use? Snoke, a great bad guy, taken right out of the picture. It destroyed Rey and the lineage of Rey.
Yep.
And what could have been Rey. It destroyed it. It destroyed Luke Skywalker and what he
destroyed.
meant.
It didn't even start. Like
it destroyed so much of what could have been. And if you look at the timeline of what they had going on, it was like it wasn't good enough. They messed up everything they could have had good in Episode 8.
You know when you talk about all those things there, what they destroyed, first thing that comes to mind is we talk about Kylo Ren. First of all, there's no Kylo Ren, right? He's done. If you didn't see the movie, he's done.
Right.
Can you have imagined if Kylo Ren took out his mother?
He took out the father.
Yep, he killed Han.
So if he would have killed Leia, we would have had the ultimate bad guy. We would have had another Anakin. Actually, we would have had Anakin Part 2.
Yeah, and you can't. There would be no question that he's dark side. Like there's no question.
And by the way, he would have fulfilled this moment where he's like, grandfather, your helmet and this and that.
Yes.
Right. It would have been so much more if he would have taken out his parents.
Well, it would have made sense why he was trying to. It would have made sense if he took his parents out because he's trying to live up to his father's or Darth Vader,
grandfather,
his grandfather's legacy, right?
Right.
He wanted to be the bad guy, right? And when I think about and I know we talk about 8, but when you first see Kylo Ren stepping off that ship and he stops the blasters, right? Like you right there, you're like, oh, that's a bad dude right there.
That's a bad.
That's a bad dude right there. Yeah, that's a bad dude. And then the first time you see him turn on his lightsaber, you see that.
Oh, the broken crystal. Oh,
yes,
man.
yeah. So all he needed to do to complete the circle was to take down Leia, right?
Yeah.
And what that would have done was solidify him as the next Darth Vader, the next iteration of a Darth Vader
for the next 20 or 30 years out.
And Empress Palpatine, like you could have taken Snoke and he could have been what the Emperor was to Darth Vader.
Sure.
Snoke could have been to Kylo Ren, right?
Absolutely.
And you could have had the how they can't really have two Sith or whatever that
right.
stuff. You could have had that, right? You mentioned Rey. The fact that they tried to make her a nobody in that episode, man, it took like 20 steps back. Right? And I don't see why they couldn't have done what they did in 9, in 8, and then expanded upon it more in 9.
Right.
But it almost felt like when they put the movie 8 together, they were like, hey, we're not making anything else Star Wars ever again in the universe. So let's destroy it all. Yeah. And then to get rid, then I believe Luke, you lose Luke in 8, right? He wasn't in 9.
Yeah. Because the start of the scene, he takes his lightsaber and tosses it behind him, and then storms off like he's done lost his mind.
Yeah, like it. So there was just so many things. It's almost. Would you be okay, Moose, that 8 never existed?
Yeah. If you could eliminate 8,
So
you
7
could
to 9.
almost rework 9. But you could eliminate 8 altogether, and you would have the same outcome as of today. So you could have gone from 7 to 9 pretty easily.
So do you think there's anyone that would be upset if they got rid of 8 and redid it?
There's probably 6 people in the universe that would be upset, and then other than that, yeah. But it would be fun.
So I think of what was the Zack Snyder DC movie? What was it called again?
That was the Justice League.
Justice League. Yeah. Okay. So remember when Justice League came out, and it came out the original version? People were like, this is not great. Da, da, da.
No, I said it wasn't great.
Yeah.
And then the Zack Snyder version was out, and they were like, oh, that was much better.
Yeah. So can't they do something like that with episode 8? You don't think they can do something like that?
Will they is the question. They can.
They should. They should.
They should.
They should.
They should.
So and the reason all of this came up, right? Obviously, they're changing some of the parks we talked about in the 501st episode where they're changing Darth Vader. They were putting him instead of a Kylo Ren. They're adding different decades and stuff like that, which is all good, by the way. Which is and I'll this time, end of this week, this time next week, I will be in Star Tours and Rise of the Resistance.
So you won't be podcasting next week, right?
No, next week we can. It's the following week.
We're still podcasting.
Yeah, it's
the following week. Okay.
So I'll be there and all that good stuff, and hopefully we'll come across some new lightsabers too. Hopefully, but I bring all that to say, man, this Star Wars universe has so much you can do. With, right.
Yeah.
And even when we talk about the shows and the movies, do you know that they canceled the High Republic?
No, they did. I didn't see that yet.
Opportunity to do something there. Completely. I have a High Republic lightsaber, by the way.
Yeah,
it's up on the wall.
Yeah,
there.
That's a great. By the way, that was when you go back into just the annals of Star Wars. That's a cool time that hasn't been truly experienced yet, except in like a book form or comic book briefly, game form briefly. But that would be nice. Yeah,
I mean, there's just so much they can do. And I think that sometimes I feel like they get stuck in a box on trying to just wash, rinse, repeat, do the same stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then the other piece is if you're going to do something different, right, or you're going to continue to grow the universe, don't get crazy. Don't get crazy. Like, take it one step at a time. Right.
Baby steps. But, we talk about it with it. They've got a great, leader at Lucasfilms. Hopefully he does everything that he's supposed to do. So
Filoni wasn't a fan of Andor.
Yeah, I knew that he's kind of a truist to Star Wars though. Like he wants to keep it the base, strong. Like he wants to keep what George had because he understands that.
Nothing wrong with that.
And look, nothing wrong with Andor. There's some things in Andor that I would change, but it's good. To me though, he just wants to keep it grounded, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If he changes that, I'll be upset with him. But he's done a lot of good so far.
I don't think he would.
Yeah.
I don't think he would. He's put a lot of good stuff together there. I hope he's not signing off on Darth Maul becoming a softie. I hope he didn't sign off on that, because that would be Kathleen Kennedy all over again.
You could. Hey, like I said, if he changes something, we're gonna have to get onto him.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will, and fast. We have his direct
Absolutely.
connection.
We'll send him a tweet, whatever it's called nowadays. Hey everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. We're gonna join us again next week, and we'll open up some cans of sci-fi, fantasy, whatever you want to do. Let's talk about it.
I was just leaving.
Nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert.
You've been listening to Podcast for Sci-Fi with Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike. Nerds have more fun. If it's anything sci-fi, we're talking about it. We had fun, and we hope you did too. We have to split, but we'll be back soon. In the meantime, hit us up at podcast4sci-fi.com. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Come to life.